What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Heavyweight Nation podcast. And today, as you can see, Matthew's below me because he decided to join late. And then to my left, we had 2023 Big Ten champ DJ Hamiti from Wisconsin. And yes, it is Hamiti.
It is. Yeah, it is.
It is. Well, DJ, you know, a couple of days ago we wrapped up a really good video with Trent, and we just had a little scheduling change last night. And I was like, you know what? It's time to get DJ Hamiti on the podcast.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
welcome to
I'm
the
hoping
show.
to be better than Trent. I gotta get better. I gotta be better than Trent for sure.
I mean,
I
that's gonna be
gotta be.
hard. That's gotta be hard.
Oh,
Trent is a fan favorite.
yeah.
That I think the fans just love a heavyweight, and I think there's nothing that you smaller guys could do about that. It is in our name. So
Yeah,
as
yeah.
much as as much as we wish that you guys got a little bit more love, I think Trent might have it, but we'll see how it
I
You might
mean,
goes.
have it.
it depends on your take on the hot dog as a sandwich.
Oh man.
That might
You
be.
said
I
it was
think.
like a taco, right?
Yeah, and the clip from that might be better than the Luke Pletcher clip of him saying he raw dogs Pop Tarts, but I don't know, man. I don't know. It's a little bit of a crazy statement. But yeah, welcome to the show. We're gonna just
Yeah,
kind of
thanks for
hop
having
right
me.
into it. We're gonna start where you kind of started your career. So kind of talk to us a little bit about what got you into wrestling. Was there a special person? How old you were? All that kind of stuff.
So I was 7. I was second grade, I believe, and I was playing football like full time. And when I like halfway through the season, they're like, you need to get better at tackling. So one of my coaches came up to me and was like, you should do wrestling to get better in the for tackling in the off season. So I went, tried it out, kind of got whooped up a little bit. Didn't like it at first, but as I kept going through it, I was like, wow, I actually really like this and fell in love with it kind of. And my parents sat me down like that next season. And they were like, we're gonna we're gonna have you pick one because we don't want you doing both and your schedule will be all messed up. We want you to focus on one. So I picked wrestling and here I am today.
Yeah, man. I mean, so were you one of those kids in your younger years that you were kind of had a lot of people thinking that this is the level you were going to get to?
Uh, I mean, my first couple of years, I was kind of like average. I would lose every other week at a little tournament, but I mean, as I started to get older, maybe. So like when I was little, I won like Tulsa and postseason nationals, preseason nationals. I did all that, and maybe. I mean, I never asked anyone, but yeah,
Yeah, I mean, so talk a little bit about your high school, what that was like for you, kind of going into high school and your high school career a
yeah,
little bit for us.
yeah. I love my high school. My my kids club coach got the job as my high school head coach, and that was awesome going into it. There, knowing people like going in, my some of my teammates came, and yeah. So my first year actually was like the year they brought back wrestling to the school. So my wrestling program was going to get cut. They were going to put it in intramural because no one wanted to do it. Our school is a football school, very heavily influenced by football. So I went in and we had one mat, really old one, smelled really bad, and we kind of just grinded it out for that season. When I won, we got like donors and stuff. I won state, we got donors to get us new mats, and they've been doing really good ever since. They won state last year. They got second this year. They're ranked like top 50 in the country. So
Wow.
yeah, quick
Oh,
turnaround. Quick
Yeah,
turnaround for being
yeah,
an intramural, the top 50. It's
yeah,
great though.
yeah. I
it's
mean, that's
definitely
awesome,
awesome.
man. So, like you said, obviously you kind of did everything in your career that a lot of people dream of doing. So,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
talk a little bit about your recruitment. What was that like for you? Was it just, had you had your mindset on Wisconsin, kind of your whole career, or was that like something that you made the decision after taking a little bit of a tour and meeting some of the guys?
Yeah, so I mean, I've visited a lot. Obviously I live in Illinois, so I've been to Illinois countless times. I've been there for states, I've been there for everything, and then I've been to Northwestern a lot. But I just I wanted to stay close to home. I knew that ever since I was in high school, but really starting to talk to these guys up here was amazing. They were one of first ones to contact me when I could get recruited. They kind of build that relationship with me early. I came to camps up here and stuff when I was in high school, and I kind of built a relationship with some of the guys in my team that are still on my team now, and that was what I really wanted. So, and then on my visit, they showed me everything. I was kind of in awe. I liked it a lot, and I felt like it was home. That was like what my main goal was for my visits. Like, go somewhere that it feels like home. It feels like you can stay here for like the rest of your life. So when I came here, it felt like it right away, and I committed the next day.
Yeah. And, like I said, before we started recording, we've talked to, countless guys from Wisconsin at this point. We've had Braxton on, once, we've had Trent on twice, we've had Austin Gomez on. So talk a little bit about that brotherhood you guys have, because, it seems to me that you guys are a super tight,
Yeah.
tight group of guys.
Yeah, we're so close. That's one of like my favorite things about this team. Like, everyone is so tight knit and so close to each other. Like, we know what everyone's doing during the day. We know where they're at. We know everything about each other. And I feel like that's a team that is going to be able to have success in the future. These guys that want to win not only for themselves, but they want to win for their team too. And I think that's what we have up here. It's an amazing program. We all really love wrestling. We all really love to do it together, and that's what I think you need to have when you're going through something like this.
Yeah, man, that's definitely awesome having that brotherhood, having that on the team. I think it makes every team stronger if you could just, really bond. Who do you like live with? Who are the
I
guys?
live with Braxton Amos. Yeah, I
Okay.
live with Braxton.
Yeah. That's a good dude right there. I'm sure
Yeah.
you guys have some fun together.
Yeah.
Definitely have some fun.
Definitely, man. So, I mean, obviously, you've had some crazy success so far in your career. And you're still very young. You got a lot of skin left in the game, a lot of years left to compete for Wisconsin. So, kind of talk about that immediate success you saw, coming in those first couple years of college.
Yeah, so I mean, I didn't really know like my freshman year if I was going to be the guy, right? Like, usually kids come in and they're like, well, redshirt right away. So take that year. But, I came early because COVID year, I had like that unique opportunity to come in June. I came and lived here in June, and, I just saw so much improvement before the season, like from June to September, there was so much improvement with it. And then, um, like around the wrestle offs and stuff, I was winning all of them, and they were like, "All right, you're gonna be the guy for us." And that season kind of just took off. I felt like I got better and better throughout the season, and ended up with All American, third place Big Tens.
Yeah.
But
I think a lot
yeah,
of
it was just
people
something
kind
that was
of
random.
looked at it like, who is this kid?
Yeah,
At that
yeah.
point, you're an 18-year-old college freshman, and you're
Hmm.
beating these fifth-year senior established guys that have been kind of a guaranteed All-American for 2-3 years at this point.
Yeah.
So I'm sure that was kind of cool for you to get that opportunity to kind of be like, hey, I'm super young and I'm ready to compete.
Yeah, yeah, it was awesome. It was awesome.
Definitely. And I mean, a great season this year as well. You capture yourself a Big Ten title. What was that like for you winning Big Tens?
Oh man, I mean, that's been one of my goals since I started wrestling. Really, I'd watch Big Tens every year with my family, a bunch of friends, and it was always just like, wow, I want to be in this position, and to do it, I couldn't even describe it at first. Some guy came up to me and was asking me about like how I was feeling. I couldn't even say anything. I just like, oh man, it feels good. I was like, I can't really like describe the feeling. This is what I've wanted to do for a long time, and I think, I mean, it was just special. I think it's your first one. It's just something that you really look forward to, and accomplishing it is awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it seems it's gonna be the first of many for you. You got a
That's
lot of
the
time.
goal.
You
That's
got a
the
lot of
goal.
things to do. Improving wise, everyone could always improve, and it's gonna be really fun to watch you come back next year and just whoop up on some people.
Yeah, that's the goal for sure. That is the
Yeah.
goal.
And we mentioned, some of your teammates before, but just to kind of throw it in there a little bit, talk about what it's kind of been like to have guys like Trent and Austin Gomez, some of these older guys on the Wisconsin team to kind of lead you in the right direction. Guys that have been, in those big time matches and, have
Hmm.
performed, incredibly at nationals. What was having those guys in your corner like?
Yeah, it's awesome. They're great role models. Like ever since I got here, they've kind of taken me under their wing and taught me the way to do things around here, do things in college. They're veterans of this game, and they've kind of just been like bigger brothers to me. I'm the oldest in my family, so I kind of consider like Austin, Trent, Garrett. I consider those guys like my older brothers, and they're awesome. I've been close with Austin Gomez since I was a little guy. I've watched him go through high school and watched win state titles, win Big Tens, and it's just surreal to me. Like I was watching when I was in the stands as a sixth grader, and now we're on the same team. So just having those guys, they're really great at motivating you. They've been through it, they know how it feels, and they want to see you accomplish the same things they did. And Big Tens for me in Austin, that was a special one, the first back to back in a while. So yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, like, what was that kind of like? When yourself winning, and then also having a teammate like Austin, being able to win, right after you.
Uh Austin won
Oh,
last
right.
year.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Last year.
so he won last year and then I won this year. But just having him with me in every match, every tournament, it's awesome though, because we actually are pretty close, and it's just cool to have him there to kind of motivate you, because he has that old guy wisdom, and he's been helping me out. So
He's calling him old. He's taking shots at him.
Uh-oh.
oh yeah, I
Oh,
always take
little,
shots at him.
little sneak peek. We
So
do we do have Austin Gomez scheduled to come on the pod next
oh
week, so we'll be able to get Austin Gomez's reaction to DJ calling him
Who's
old.
calling you
But
old?
no, he's old for sure. No,
oh
he's
yeah,
old.
I don't know if you guys saw, like, the middle of DJ talking, I kind of did a little chuckle because I just so happened to pull up the Heavyweight Nation page and look at some of the questions that these Wisconsin guys left DJ. Might be that, I'm just gonna infer a little bit, might be some of the best ones we've ever seen.
Really?
Austin Gomez went off. Austin
All right.
Gomez went crazy.
Yeah, he deserves me calling him old. He
He
deserves
might
it.
after these. We're gonna save those for a little bit, but
Oh, there's definitely some
oh
good ones.
there's some bangers in there. This might
Oh
Ooh.
be
man.
There's some bangers, and there's a ton of Wisconsin guys. Let me tell you,
Oh
like,
yeah.
I'm talking like at least 5 or 6 of your teammates lit you up in these comments.
Yeah,
We've
that's what
never
I'm
seen so
saying.
much
That's
team
what I'm
support.
saying. They
We
they
never
know what
have,
they know
and
what's going on.
I'm a little bit disappointed. We did not see a Braxton Amos or a Trent Hilger comment, so you might be lucky there. I don't know if Braxton lives with you every day, so he might have some dirt that
Yeah,
he
he
might
could
not
have
want
some
out in the
dirt.
public. Yeah, he might not
Yeah.
want out in the public. But we'll just kind of ask some of the general stuff here before we get to your teammates.
Oh man.
Let's see. Somebody asks, "Who is your favorite teammate?" And this comment was not from one of your teammates. So just
Oh
one of the fans
man.
wants to know who's your favorite guy on the Wisconsin team?
So my best friend is Joe Zargo, our 141 pounder. Awesome guy. It's actually funny. We wrestled each other when I was a sophomore and he was a junior, and we kind of had a little bad blood there for a little bit. We came on the same visit, and yeah, we got really close last year, and so became best friends. So I'm gonna say Joe Zargo.
All right. I'd say this is a good question. Who's a dark horse on the Wisconsin team?
Oh man, um, this is a good one. I'm going to say Kale Anderson. He's such a hard worker. He comes in, he does wrestling for an hour, he'll run, and then he'll do lifts. He's just a really tough, hardworking kid, and I think he's going to be very good in the next coming years. So, yeah, Kale Anderson.
One of the
Awesome.
fans wants to know, wrestling Patrick Kennedy and Alex Marinelli, who gave you a tougher match? Obviously, two Iowa guys there.
Yeah, yeah. So they're both really
Hmm.
tough in certain like positions, and they're both really tricky to wrestle. But I'm going to say Marinelli just because I lost to him twice. So just yeah, really just because I lost to him twice. But also a very veteran guy. I'm catching Kennedy right now when he's a freshman. I caught Marinelli when he was a senior. So just a veteran guy that really knew how to close out matches. So
Awesome, man. And what was that atmosphere kind of like for you wrestling that first, your first time in Carver Hawkeye?
oh, that was awesome. I liked it. I know a lot of people say like that Carver pressure is is something that will break you, get you tired. It'll be like, no, I went in there with positive mindset, like I've been watching this since I was 6 or 7. So I went in there, I thought it was fun. Thought it was fun to see all the hostility.
Yeah, I'm
Nice.
sure. I'm sure that's an experience that a lot of people will never get to kind of go through, but I'm sure it could affect you. I'm sure if you let it.
Yeah, it can 100%, 100% it can.
People want to know, do you cut like a lot of weight?
No, not at all. So at nationals, I would wake up like 2 pounds under. I had to drink water in the morning to be on weight. So
Wow.
I mean, like after summer, the first couple of times is usually a little tough just to get used to it. But towards the end of
What
the
do
year,
you
I'd wake up at like 170.
what do you get up to like in summer?
I've gotten pretty big, but I'd say around 80, 180, 185.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I'm
Not terrible.
assuming this is usually a question we ask everybody. So what's kind of your diet like? Are you on anything special that you eat every day, or is this just kind of you're at kind of eat whatever you want because you're so light?
No, I don't eat whatever I want just because like I feel like worse when I eat whatever I want. When I eat what I want, like in the off season, it's like candy and like cheeseburgers and stuff. But like during season, I'll have like chicken, a protein option, and like carb, like pasta or veggies, something like that, and then fruit. And then I'll do that for like 2 meals a day. I eat a lot of eggs too. Like I can't even look at eggs right now, or else I'll be like, oh,
He
Uh,
eats a lot of eggs,
pretty
man.
clean.
So
yeah,
pretty,
it keeps
yeah,
it healthy.
definitely. I mean, I'm sure, to wrestle at the level you do, I'm sure you kind of have to. So somebody
Mhm.
wants to know, how do you get comfortable? How are you so comfortable, during the scrambling that you do even when they're on your legs?
Oh man, I feel like it's just a thing I do in practice a lot, and I got really used to it. So I like to roll around in practice, mess around sometimes. I'm not one of the guys in practice that's just gonna like grab you and squeeze the whole time. I'm kind of like a flowy type of guy, but I think in those positions you just gotta be confident with it. Like you've been there before. I don't like freak out. Don't roll and be like, "Oh my God, I'm in here." But yeah, I think it's just about the confidence level you have in your abilities. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Yeah, definitely. Um, what would be a good theme song for your life?
Oh
It's a
man.
good question. I like that
That is a
one.
good
That is a
question.
really good question.
Just like by the question, I'm gonna say "Soundtrack to My Life" by Kid Cudi. Yeah,
Okay.
A good
yeah,
one.
yeah. Just because it's in the title, that
You
just came
know,
to my mind.
that's
Came to
a
my
that's
mind right away.
a solid one, definitely. And then one last question, not from your teammates, is where do you think the Big Ten stacks up compared to the rest of the divisions in NCAA wrestling?
I think the Big Ten's the toughest for sure. I think there was a stat out there that said Big Ten had some of the most All-Americans. So, just the season in general, though, like that Big Ten season, you're wrestling a top 10 guy every weekend. That can be grueling on someone. And then you go to the tournament and you wrestle them all over again. So, I mean, just the Big Ten, they're the toughest teams, Penn State, Iowa, Nebraska, just some really, really tough, gritty teams. And yeah, I think we are the toughest conference. I think we are for sure.
All
Nice.
right, we're gonna
Let's get
Oh
hop
into
man.
into
some.
these,
We're gonna
DJ.
get into it.
Right. So
Oh
I'm
man.
just gonna go from the bottom up, Matt. If you want to kind of follow me, if you scroll all the way down and then go up. So we're gonna
Yeah.
start with your teammate Dylan Coy. Obviously, a Wisconsin Badger. He wants to know, how bad does Seth beat you in practice?
Oh no way. Okay. Seth does not beat me in practice. Does
Okay.
not.
All right,
No, we did a first to 30 points, and I think I won like 31 to 12 or 13. Seth just likes to chirp a lot. So that's why he's asking that.
I think we got another one here. Felix, what is it, Latini? Favorite freshman, funniest dude on the Badger wrestling squad.
I love Felix. Felix is probably one of my favorite freshmen for sure. He's hilarious. Him, Mikey Talshahar, Cody Goebel, JR, James Rowley. I mean, I love all the freshmen. They're amazing.
Well, speaking of Mikey Talshahar, the next one is from Mikey Talshahar, and he wants to know, why are you switching up on the gang pre-summer?
I have not switched up on the gang at all. It's kind of been a reoccurring joke between me and Trent. So yeah, I'm not switching up, not at all. Still hang out with them every day. So I'm
All
not
right,
switched up.
so then we got one more from Nicolar, and then we're gonna hop into
No,
Gomez.
no.
So Matt, you could go ahead and hit Nicolar's quick. Nicolar wants to know what your favorite color is.
That, my favorite color is probably red. Probably red. I wear a lot
Andrew
of red.
Red.
That's what I'm saying for sure.
Oh man. All right.
Oh,
And
So
Austin
Gomez is getting
Gomez.
yeah,
into it, dude.
I'm gonna ask Gomez's top one, and then you could ask him the one
I'll
that
get the
replied to the
follow-up.
bottom. Yeah, yeah. So
Oh
Austin Gomez
man.
wants to know, why would you get a girlfriend right before the summer?
I mean, I met this girl and she's pretty nice, and I've been talking to her for a little bit.
Pretty nice.
Yeah, she's pretty nice. So yeah, been talking to her for a little bit. Yeah, they just like to
All
make
right.
jokes though. They just like to make jokes. It's insane. But like what I was saying earlier with like how we know everything. Like Gomez knows everything and he's a little stickler in your side about it too. He'll be like whispering in your ear all the time about it.
Well, this
Well,
next
his
one is
follow-up
probably
question.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He knows everything.
What kind of flowers did you buy her and her mother?
I bought her roses and her mom lilies.
Thoughtful guy.
DJ is a
Yeah.
thoughtful man, and that closes out the Q&A for Dean Hamiti. Thankfully, he came out pretty unscathed. I will
I
say
came out
that.
unscathed. Yeah.
Came out
Pretty
pretty
safe.
unscathed. We're lucky. I think if we might have had a couple Braxton Amos comments, it might have got a little bit more
It could have got a little rocky
a
there. It
little
could have got
rocky.
rocky. Yeah.
It could have.
So now we have some questions that we prepared for you with no insight from any Wisconsin teammates.
All
So
right.
DJ, make sure that next week when we post the one for Austin Gomez, make sure you post a couple, like more
Oh,
than
I'm
two.
going crazy. I'm going
I want like
crazy
a
on
full like
his post.
15-minute section of just all Wisconsin guys.
Oh, I'm putting in a group chat and we're commenting the nastiest stuff we can.
All
Absolutely
right. Sounds
gnarly
good.
questions.
And we're gonna ask it. I'm just saying, whatever you put in there, we're asking them. So
Oh, we're getting them going.
you go for it, man. You go for
Gets
it.
the people going.
All right, Matt. If you wanna hop into the heavyweight nation questions, you're more than welcome to, Matt. Go ahead and start that for us.
All right. We talked a lot about wrestling. But what do you do besides that? Like, it's a nice summer day. You got no wrestling, no practice. What are you doing? What's the day looking like?
Oh, so we have this place called the Terrace by downtown here, and we go there. We could go on boats and stuff. I just like to go out there and sit, jump in the water a little bit. I'm kind of just like a relaxing guy. I don't really we wrestle so much and work out so much that when I do have my free time, I just kind of relax. I play a lot of video games, destroy all
What do you
my
play?
teammates in video games. But
What do you play? What's the go-to?
UFC, not Madden, UFC, Call of Duty, Fortnite, Among Us.
Yo, Matt, are you thinking what I'm thinking? We get a little
I'm thinking we get them in
a little
and
4v4 team
Oh, you
heavyweight
don't want
nation
to
versus
don't
team
hit me in
Wisconsin,
Zone Wars.
A little Fortnite game.
I don't think
I
you
don't
want
know,
to
man.
Zone Wars.
I
I'm
don't know, man.
experienced in the Zone Wars lobbies, dude.
Oh,
I'm experienced.
we play. I think we've honestly, it's kind of sad. We probably put in about 20 hours a week of just tilted zone wars.
Just tilted Zone Wars?
Just tilted zone wars.
Oh wow, you don't even change it up, huh?
No, it's the same map too, like the same exact creative map. We all have it in like our saved, and we just play it together.
Oh, I love me some Zone Wars though.
Zone
That's
Wars
awesome.
are dope. Zone Wars are dope.
That's awesome.
And kind of going off of that, what is the go-to? And Trent answered this as well. What's the go-to place to eat in Madison?
Oh, my favorite for sure is Dottie's Dumpling Dowry. So it's not dumplings actually. It's confusing, but it's the best burger in town. It's the best.
It's called dumplings,
best.
but do they serve burgers?
Yeah. I don't know. It's weird, but you go there, you get whatever. They got great fried pickles. Amazing spot. But like that's for like my restaurant though. If we're talking about like fast food, I gotta say Conrad's. Conrad's is amazing. It's like a fat sandwich. They put like chicken tenders in there. They put mac and cheese bites. That's probably my
Oh.
favorite fast food.
How often are you eating one of those? Because you seem like you're pretty lean and pretty in shape all the time.
Uh, Not often. If I eat one, I have to be a rest day the next day because I'll be down for the count. So, you
Yeah, I
know,
could I could
but
assume being a college wrestler and eating clean, when you put something like that in your body,
oh,
you probably don't feel that great.
it's awful. It's so bad.
Yeah,
I
man.
need like at least a day to
All
recover.
right, all right. We got a new question I just thought of off the top of my head, right? Favorite thing to do with your roommate Braxton? What's the go-to thing that you and
Oh
Braxton do
man.
together?
Oh wow. That's a tough one. Honestly, not much. So I mean, season just ended, so we've been kind of just hanging out in the room or in the living room. Watch Played Fortnite one time. I was way better than him, of course, but we played Fortnite in there. Do homework. I don't do a lot of homework, but when I do have it, we do it out there. But yeah,
Yeah, man.
just hanging out, really, just chilling.
Yeah, man. And
Nice, man.
we if anybody who follows you guys, the whole group of you guys, you did a quick shout out to Wisconsin softball. Is that your favorite
Oh
other sports team? Who's the best other Wisconsin sports team?
yeah, I'd say softball. They're all pretty cool. We went to a game yesterday. We were cheering them on. They won, so it was cool.
Go
Yeah,
Badger
I'd say
softball.
softball.
Go
Yeah,
Badger
for sure,
softball.
for sure.
Is that where your new girlfriend's from? Softball team?
No, no.
Matthew had to ask. He was.
I had
I think
to.
we were all thinking it, but
I could get someone good right now, but I won't. I'll hold back. I'll hold back on them.
oh,
Oh, he's
uh-oh.
being nice. He's being nice.
He's being nice.
They wouldn't be nice to me though, but I'll hold back. I'll hold back on
He's
them.
saving somebody right now.
You had him on a little bit ago. Long hair.
Ah,
Uh-oh. Thor's hammer. Uh-oh. Somebody Trent. Uh-oh. Oh, Trent. Somebody's looking up the roster right now. One of the fans is on the roster, checking who follows who. Somebody's gonna find Trent's girl.
Oh man.
Yeah,
that's funny.
that was a crazy one. That was bad. That'll be clipped. Don't worry. It'll be clipped.
Oh man, I got it.
You
I
know,
had to do it.
Yeah,
definitely. That was good. You do a lot of wrestling, I'm sure, in the off season too. What are your plans for this off season?
I really haven't decided yet. I've been thinking on it. I'm pretty sure I'm qualified for the U20 trials, so I can do those if I want. But I really want to focus on just like fixing mistakes from this last season. Trying to tighten up my game and just get to a point where I really feel like I could beat anyone in any position and just get a little stronger too, a little bigger, a little stronger, and then work on everything.
Yeah, I feel like we've been hearing that a lot from a lot of the younger guys. They've kind of decided to just slow down a little bit and kind of focus on, the stuff that they could tweak a little bit from last season. And I think a lot of the older guys are the guys that are wanting to go compete in Vegas and, try to make a world team. And I think it's just, you kind of see that happening because it's like, you got a lot of career left. You got a lot of folk style wrestling. So it's like a lot of those guys, the older guys are like, all right, like my folk style career is almost over. I need to start making a transition into, freestyle, which is, what you do after college. There's no folk style wrestling after college. So
yeah.
And I think I think we're going to see a lot of guys get better. A lot of the younger guys are going to improve because they're not so focused on wrestle folk style. As soon as folk style season ends, wrestle freestyle and wrestle through U20s, U23s, all that kind of stuff. So, I mean, I think it's I think it's great. Kind of just being able to hone in on your skills and obviously for you, you're a guy that's going to be looking for a top seed at nationals next season. So
yeah, for sure, and that's what like my motivation was to try to kind of just break it down and slow down my pace because I'm a very during season I'm a very fast paced guy. I like to do this, but I really want to try to slow it down and really pinpoint certain areas and work on them for like a week or 2 weeks, just that one thing, and really fix whatever I can to be better for next season.
Yeah, definitely. Next season, who do you think like your toughest opponent is that you'll see next season?
Keegan, for sure. Because I think he's still 165. I don't know for sure, but Keegan, he's tough. He's a great wrestler.
Yeah, it's 165 is a slept on weight class, I feel like.
Weight class.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Crazy.
They got a lineup there. It's a tough one.
Yeah.
And I feel like people sleep on it a lot, and they're just like they either think heavier or lighter, and that's right in the middle.
Yeah,
And people are either stocky and just huge, or like long and lanky, and
yeah,
it's a whole mix.
yeah. It's a mix of styles for sure.
So what do you think? What do you think your best like body type matchup is? Do you prefer wrestling guys that are a little bit taller, a little bit longer, or do you kind of like the
I like
shorter, a little stockier
the
guys?
short, stockier guys because like when they shoot, I can just like run around them real fast. I have to take like 2 steps.
Yeah,
So
because you're
I'd say
pretty
the short.
tall. I was gonna say you're
Yeah,
pretty tall, pretty
I'm
long.
6'1". I'm 6'1". So
Yeah.
You are the lanky.
Yeah,
yeah, I am the lanky
yeah.
for sure, for sure. So I like wrestling shorter guys when they put their knee like anywhere remotely close to their head. It's a great right away.
Yeah,
So yeah.
definitely. Definitely.
I wrestled 65. We would have a tough. I would have a tough time with you.
Uh-oh. We need to set that match up.
I am broken.
All-star match right there.
I don't know. We're not calling that an all-star match. Relax. You're the all-star there.
Yeah, you're the only all-star.
Versus a half healthy wrestler.
I'm a
That is
retired
like
D2 wrestler.
So we us we have a lot of food questions just because we're called Heavyweight Nation. So what's your favorite ice cream flavor?
Oh man, chocolate chip cookie dough for sure. Yeah,
You
I
do that one
mow that
pretty
down.
quick.
That's a real fat man flavor right there. I like
Yeah, I
that.
mow that down.
I like
I
that a
mow that
lot.
down.
That's a heavyweight answer. Because
Mhm.
it's like you get the best of both worlds. It's like you get to eat ice cream and cookie dough at the same time. It's like
Yeah, it's awesome. My
I
favorite for
eat like a
sure.
heavyweight.
I think we might end at the end of this episode. Dean might qualify himself for the heavyweight group. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, man. All right, this is a really good one. Favorite event you have ever wrestled at through your whole career? Your favorite venue, whether it be the nicest or like, just like the best memories. What was your favorite venue?
Um, I really liked Big Tens this year. So Michigan, they have nice facilities. You know, it was great atmosphere in there because you're like the floor was down and there was like a dome over you.
Yeah.
So all the fans are just there and you can hear every single one of them screaming at you. And I like the hostile environments. It's fun. So I'm gonna say that one because finals and everything. Maybe it's a little biased because I won, but
No, man.
no, it's still really cool.
Definitely.
Yeah, a lot of people were saying Tulsa was really nice this year, though. Like one of the
Mhm.
better
Yeah, Tulsa
national
was nice
tournaments
too.
in the last couple of years.
Yeah, Tulsa was super nice. They laid out like every area for the teams. It was sick.
Yeah, we did like a whole thing. I forget with who we had on, like kind of just breaking down like what makes a good national tournament. And we hope the
Mhm.
NCAA listens because like at the end of the day, it's like you guys that work your tails off all year
Yeah.
for you to get to that moment. And it's like I know the big thing was being able to walk from the hotel to the event. Like that's a
Yeah,
big.
that was nice. Yeah, that was nice. Last year we had to take a van every time and wasn't as fun.
Yeah, definitely. And then I have another good one that we started asking people. What's your favorite trophy through your whole career, youth all the way till now? What's your
Oh
coolest
man.
or favorite trophy you've ever won?
I'm gonna say the Tulsa Eagles. Those are
Those are
cool.
dope. Those are dope.
I have a couple of those. I have two. So I mean, I was a little guy just holding this thing around, walking around, falling over. So I'm gonna say that one. And it's just memorable too, because we always drove to Tulsa from Illinois. So those trips are like super long, but they're also super fun with like all your friends and stuff. So yeah,
I got a
Tulsa
question
trophies.
for you.
Yeah.
Illinois wrestling. How would you rank that against other states like PA and Jersey? And
I'm gonna say three, probably three. We're number three, just because the division thing. That's a really good argument. Like with Cali and PA and Jersey, like the divisions, we have three divisions, they have one. But Illinois, like historically, puts out a lot of like great college wrestlers. So I'm gonna say we're probably third behind PA and Jersey. But yeah,
I'm a
top
Jersey
three.
guy. Derek's a PA guy, so we always have to, have this argument.
Yeah, yeah. They're better than us for sure now, though.
PA has two divisions though. Just saying. PA has two.
Yeah, it's two divisions.
Yeah.
Jersey has
I
one.
know. Jersey has
See, I
one.
didn't know.
California has one. PA has two. I think PA is probably the toughest multi-division state. Jersey's
Yeah,
definitely the toughest single division state. They
yeah.
got some hammers that come out of Jersey. But
Mm.
another one we've been asking pretty much everybody is favorite wrestling shoe you've ever worn?
Oh man, I've had so many. I'm gonna say Freaks. I really like Nike Freaks. I mean, I can't wear them anymore now, so but I really like those. They were super comfortable, super lightweight, but they also had a lot of traction, so I like them.
All right.
Nice.
And then we just got our last two questions, that we've pretty much asked every single person
Every
that's come on
podcast.
on the podcast, pretty much everybody. Um, First one is you could take three of your Wisconsin Badger teammates with you into the zombie apocalypse. Who would they be and why?
I feel like number one's got to be Trent. Big body, he's kind of fast. He could probably fight off at
He does
least
have a
two of
bum.
them.
He does have a bum knee right now. Just saying.
Yeah, yeah, but when you're in a zombie apocalypse situation, are you gonna feel it or what? No, probably not. So we're gonna get Trent in there just because he's big. He's strong. He'll take a couple out for sure. Then we get Eric Barnett, tough, gritty guy. Knows how to survive. He's been teaching us all about his diet and stuff. So I'm gonna say him. The last one's tough because I just don't know like who would be able to go through it, and I like who would complain the whole time too. That's one of them. That's one of my factors. Huh. I'll bring Joe just because he's my friend. I'll bring Joe with me. Don't want to leave him behind. He'd be all scared. So
Damn.
Trent,
No Braxton. You're leaving Braxton back.
we'll leave him behind. He's back there.
And we know you're not bringing Austin Gomez with you after this whole thing. Austin's getting left behind.
No, I'm feeding him to zombies, dude. He's getting fed to him.
All right, DJ. All right.
Yeah.
And
And
then
finally,
question. Go ahead, Matthew.
just say something to the kids, people that want to wrestle, people that look up to you and watch your matches. Say something to the kids.
Yeah, so keep going first of all. If you're having a hard time, if you're not thinking it's for you, give it 2 months, give it your all. Promise that you're gonna see results in the end. I've been through it. I've had some struggles, I've had some ups and downs, but swear it gets better. You begin to miss it if you don't do it. So, work as hard as you can while you can, because it goes by super fast. Yeah, just give it your all, do as much as you can to get better. And if it's for you, it's for you, and keep chugging along.
Nice, man.
Great words from DJ Hamiti right there. Great words.
Oh yeah.
Not as sad as Trent Hilger's. Trent Hilger almost got me. He
Did he give a farewell?
He really did. No joke. He really gave like a farewell to like Badger Nation. I was like, holy man, like it's crazy. Like, the guys, like,
Yeah.
I feel like the guys that are Trent's age and are kind of on their way out, it's like, a lot of us grew up watching him. A lot of us younger guys were like, oh, like they're freshmen in sophomore years. We were, in like 16, 17, right? When like you had all your friends at your house watching, Big Tens and watching nationals. And it was like, just like really great, like memory making experiences, and seeing those guys kind of move on in their careers. Like, oh, like it's kind of sad, like it's gonna be sad next year at nationals, not seeing Trent and his beautiful hair,
his little luscious locks, dude.
Luscious locks, man. But
Yeah,
it's been another episode of the Heavyweight Nation podcast with DJ Hamiti from Wisconsin and Matthew at the bottom. Have a good one, guys.